Chosen one, your time of waiting is over. Everything you have been through, every moment of struggle, every tear you've shed, it was all leading to this. God is moving, and if you are hearing this message, it is no accident. This is divine confirmation that the shift has already begun. The time of preparation is ending, and now the time of action is here. The ones who have remained faithful, the ones who did not give up, the ones who stood firm, even when everything around them seemed to crumble. God has been watching. You were never forgotten. The world may have overlooked you, but heaven never did. Now the doors that were shut are being opened, and the battles you thought would never end are being won. For so long you have been waiting for a sign, waiting for the moment when everything would make sense. This is that moment. God has already put everything in place. What seemed delayed was never denied. It was being prepared in the background, in the unseen. And now the shift is happening right before your eyes. The suffering you endured is turning into strength. The confusion you faced is turning into clarity. The rejections you experienced were not meant to break you, but to redirect you. Everything had a purpose. Every obstacle, every hardship, every loss, it was all shaping you, refining you, preparing you for what is about to unfold. There is an urgency in the spirit right now. Those who are truly chosen can feel it. The world is shifting, and God is making it clear who belongs to Him. This is not a time to sit still or second guess. The time of hiding, of shrinking, of questioning your worth is over. The chosen ones are being activated. The ones who were overlooked will now be recognized. The ones who were doubted will now be proven right. Everything is changing, and those who have been faithful will see the fulfillment of God's promises in their lives. If you have been feeling different lately, if something in your spirit has been restless, if you sense that something big is coming but can't quite put it into words, that's because the shift is already happening. God is stirring something within you because He is calling you higher. The people around you might not understand it. They might not see what you see or feel what you feel. That's because they were not given the same calling. Not everyone is meant to walk this path. This is why the chosen ones are so rare. This is why they are only 1%. You have been separated, set apart for something greater. Your journey has not been easy because it was never meant to be. The struggles you faced were designed to strengthen you, to prepare you for the weight of the blessings that are coming. This is why you never fit in. This is why people mistook your kindness for weakness, your silence for insecurity, your humility for insignificance. They could not see the power that was growing within you. But God saw. And now He is revealing what was hidden. He is lifting you up in front of those who doubted you. He is turning your pain into a testimony so powerful that no one will be able to deny His presence in your life. This moment is bigger than you. It is about more than just your personal breakthrough. It is about the divine plan unfolding in ways that will shake the very foundations of the world. God is moving His chosen ones into position. The ones who were patient, the ones who kept believing, the ones who never let go of their faith, even when it felt like everything was falling apart. These are the ones who will step into a season unlike anything they have ever known. You are not here by accident. This message is your confirmation. The shift is real, and it is happening now. For years you carried burdens that were never meant for you. You fought battles that seemed never ending. You walked through darkness that tried to consume you, but now God is stepping in. The weight you have been carrying is being lifted. The burdens that once felt unbearable are being removed. You will not have to fight the way you used to. You will not have to struggle just to survive. That season is over. God is taking control, and His plans are unfolding in ways you never expected. The battles that once drained you will be fought by Him. The doors that were once locked will be opened without effort. The favor that seemed out of reach will now chase you down. Your time of struggle is ending, not because of anything you have done, but because God has decided it is time. The struggles that once defined you will no longer hold power over you. The things that once kept you up at night, the worries that weighed on your heart, the fears that tried to paralyze you, they are being removed. God is clearing the way for something greater. The ones who once overlooked you will now see your value. The people who thought you would never make it will watch as you rise. The very ones who doubted you will have no choice but to witness the greatness God is bringing into your life. But this is not just about success. It is about transformation. It is about stepping into the life you were always meant to live. A life where you are no longer trapped by the past, no longer limited by fear, no longer waiting for permission to be who you were called to be. This is the moment where you fully step into your power, not because of anything you have done, but because God has declared it so. You have endured long enough. You have proven your faith. Now God is taking over, and what happens next will be beyond anything you could have imagined. The world is already sensing the shift. People around you can feel it, even if they don't understand it. Some will be drawn to you, recognizing the light that is growing within you. Others will react with fear, trying to pull you back, trying to remind you of the past, trying to convince you that you are not ready. But they do not have the final say. They do not control your destiny. God does, and His decision is already made. He has called you, He has chosen you, and now He is elevating you. This is your time. The wait is over. The doors are open, and nothing, no person, no situation, no force in the world can stop what God has set in motion. The chosen ones are rising, and you are among them. The shift is happening now. It is real, and it is only the beginning. People can sense the change in you. They may not understand it, but they feel it. You are not the same person they once knew. The light within you is growing stronger, and the energy you carry is different. This shift is making people react in ways you never expected. Some are drawn to you, curious about the transformation taking place in your life. Others are unsettled by it, afraid of what it means. You may have noticed that certain people have started to distance themselves from you. It is not because you have done anything wrong. It is because they can no longer exist in the same space as someone who is walking in divine favor. The presence of God in your life is exposing things in others that they are not ready to face. When God begins to elevate you, He also begins to separate you. People you once depended on may suddenly turn away. Relationships that seemed unbreakable may start to fade. This is not rejection, it is protection. Not everyone can go where God is taking you. Some people were only meant to be in your life for a season, and that season has ended. You must be willing to let go. Holding on to what God is trying to remove will only delay your blessings. When someone walks away, do not chase them. When a door closes, do not try to force it open. Trust that God is making room for something greater. The chosen ones are being positioned, and not everyone is meant to be part of that journey. People who once doubted you will start to see the truth. Those who mocked you, who underestimated you, who thought you would never succeed, they will witness your rise. God is making it undeniable. The very ones who laughed at you will watch as God blesses you in ways they never imagined. But do not focus on proving anything to them. This journey is not about them. It is about you and the purpose God has placed in your life. The time for seeking approval is over. You do not need validation from those who never believed in you. God's favor is the only confirmation you need. Stay focused on Him and let your success speak for itself. Something inside you is already changing. You can feel it. There is a deeper awareness, a sense of knowing that you are stepping into something new. It may not be completely clear yet, but you can sense it in your spirit. This is God's way of preparing you for what is coming. The signs are all around you. Maybe you have noticed sudden shifts in your life. Things that once made sense no longer do. Places that once felt comfortable now feel empty. People you once connected with now feel distant. These are not coincidences. These are signs that you are being called to a higher level. Opportunities are appearing where there once were none. Unexpected blessings are finding their way to you. Even the challenges you are facing right now are working in your favor. What may seem like obstacles are actually stepping stones. What may feel like delays are actually divine timing. Pay attention to what is happening around you. The doors that are opening, the people who are entering your life, the thoughts and ideas that are coming to you. All of it is leading you to where you are meant to be. Do not ignore the signs. Do not dismiss the whispers of your intuition. This is God guiding you, showing you the path, revealing what is next. This is not the time for fear. Fear is the enemy's greatest weapon. It is the one thing that can keep you from walking into your blessings. If you allow fear to take root, it will paralyze you, making you second-guess everything that God has already confirmed. Fear will try to tell you that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that you will fail. But those are lies. The truth is, you have already been prepared. Every experience, every lesson, every hardship, it was all part of the process. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, and God has equipped you with everything you need. Trust in His timing, trust in His process. The things that once caused you anxiety will no longer have power over you. The worries that once kept you up at night will begin to fade. When you know that God is in control, you do not have to stress about how things will happen. You simply have to believe that they will. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about knowing that you do not need them. God has already worked it out. You do not have to fight for what is already yours. You only have to step into it. When you let go of fear, you make room for miracles. When you stop trying to control every outcome, you allow God to do what only He can do. Your life is about to change in ways you never expected, but you must be willing to trust, to surrender, to walk boldly in the direction that God is leading you. You were not meant to live in doubt. You were not meant to live in hesitation. You were meant to walk in confidence, in power, in divine authority. The moment you release your fears, the moment you truly surrender, that is the moment everything shifts. You are stepping into a season where fear no longer holds you back. You are stepping into a season of divine certainty, where you move forward not because you have all the answers, but because you know that God is leading the way. The days of struggle, of uncertainty, of questioning whether you are on the right path, those days are behind you. The blessings that were stored up for you are being released. The things you once prayed for are now becoming your reality. The dreams you thought were too big are now within reach. You are no longer just surviving. You are stepping into abundance. You are stepping into the fullness of what God has for you. Nothing can stop it. No person, no circumstance, no obstacle can block what God has set in motion. This is your time. This is your moment. The shift is happening, and you are ready. Wealth, protection, and strength are being released to the chosen ones. This is not just about money or material success. It is about stepping into a life of complete abundance, where every need is met, where opportunities flow effortlessly, where you are surrounded by divine protection. God is removing the struggle from your life because He never intended for you to live in lack. You have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. You have fought battles that were never meant to be yours. Now, God is stepping in. He is placing a hedge of protection around you, shielding you from harm, blocking every attack of the enemy before it even reaches you. There were times when you thought you had to do everything on your own, when you felt like no one had your back, when it seemed like you were constantly fighting just to stay afloat. But those days are over. God is sending help. The right people, the right resources, the right doors, everything is aligning for your benefit. When you trust in divine provision, you no longer have to chase after success. Success will chase after you. You do not have to struggle to be seen. God will put you in the right place at the right time. The blessings that are coming to you are not random. They have been planned, stored up, and reserved specifically for this moment. You are about to receive what has always been yours. But there is one thing you must remember. To whom much is given, much is required. The abundance you receive is not just for your benefit. It is for you to bless others, to create impact, to build something greater than yourself. God is positioning you so that you can be a light to those around you. Your wealth will not just be measured in money, but in peace, in joy, in the lives you touch. This is the divine responsibility of being chosen. Now more than ever, you must stay focused. There will be distractions. There will be people and situations sent to pull you away from your purpose. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some will try to convince you that you are thinking too big, that you are expecting too much, that you should settle for less. Do not listen. Do not be swayed by the opinions of those who cannot see what God is doing in your life. This path is not for everyone. That is why only 1% are chosen. That is why so few will make it to the other side. You are not like everyone else. You were never meant to be. You have been given a unique purpose, a calling that is greater than what the world can understand. Stay obedient to it. The distractions will come, but they will not prosper if you remain grounded in your faith. Keep your eyes on the promise. Keep moving forward, even when the road is unclear. Even when you don't know how it will happen, trust that it will. God's timing is perfect, and as long as you stay aligned with His will, you will not miss what is meant for you. This is a time of separation. The chosen ones are being lifted up, and the world is watching. God is making a clear distinction between those who are truly His and those who have only been pretending. There is no more hiding. The time for being silent, for staying small, for dimming your light is over. The truth is being revealed, and those who have walked in deception will no longer be able to disguise themselves. The difference between those who are truly called and those who are not will be undeniable. You may have noticed people shifting around you. Those who once supported you may now feel distant. People who once celebrated you may now be silent. This is not by accident. God is removing those who were never truly for you. He is exposing the ones who only wanted to be close to you for their own benefit. Do not be discouraged by this. Every person who leaves, every situation that changes, is making room for something better. God does not take away without replacing with something greater. The chosen ones are rising, and the world will see it. There will be those who question, those who criticize, those who mock, but they will not be able to stop what God is doing. They will watch as you step into your calling, as you receive blessings that seem impossible, as you rise higher than they ever expected. And there will be nothing they can do about it, because when God blesses you, no one can take it away. Everything you have been through was leading to this. Every hardship, every setback, every delay, it was all part of the preparation. You may not have understood it at the time, but now you are beginning to see. The puzzle pieces are coming together, and the picture is clear. You were chosen for something greater. You were set apart for a purpose that is beyond what you imagined. This is your confirmation. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not wasting your time believing in what God has placed in your heart. Everything He promised is on its way. The life you were meant to live is unfolding before you. and nothing can stop it. This is your time. Walk into it with faith. Walk into it with confidence. The struggle is over. The blessings are here. The chosen ones are rising, and you are one of them. Get ready, because everything is about to change.